Hello and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be talking about the deck that I used in my pre-release yesterday. It was Mother Talzin. So she action use the force, lose the force, and you give a unit -1/-1 for this phase. She comes out on 5. And she's a 3/7. On attack, you may give a unit -1/-1 for this phase. So I'll put her there to kind of block the stand. And it was Talzin red, so this base is when a friendly force unit attacks, the force is with you. So I'll put them like that. And I'm just going to be talking about the kind of cards that were in the deck and the kind of combos that worked well and stuff like that. So I'll just start with the 1 costs. Witch of the Mist, Force, Knight. She's a 1/3. We'll hold it like that actually. And she's got Hidden. Sith Holocron. I keep putting my finger in like the worst flavor for it there. Sith Holocron, attached to a force unit. Attached unit gains on attack. You may deal 2 damage to a friendly unit. If you do, the unit gets +2 for this attack. Bolstered Endurance, attached to a force unit, +1/+3. For the 2 drops, this is the only one that's not in a sleeve the now because it's kind of, I didn't want it to scratch, but it's the HK47. He's a 2/4 Sith droid. When an enemy unit is defeated, deal 1 damage to its controller's base. Not the best for this deck, but it's a 2/4 for 2, and it's a legendary, so I was like, let's just put it in the deck. Next is Guardian of the Wills. This is a reprint from set 1, 2/2. The first upgrade you play on this unit each round costs 1 less. Doesn't really matter. What I'll do is I'll put the 2s separate. I never know how to say this. Ataru Onslaught. Ready a force unit with 4 or less power. I didn't use this in the deck, but I thought it was a good idea because there's quite a few force units. Next is Consumed by the Dark Side. Given 2 experience tokens to a unit, then deal 2 damage to it. I think it's just a good way of just buffing up a unit because you're basically getting the same health as you had before. Infused Brawler. Oh god, a lot of text on it. 2/2. When played, you may use the Force. If you do, give 2 experience tokens to it. And when this unit completes an attack, defeat an experience token on it. So a lot of the times, I would just play this on turn 2 and make it a 4/4, which is pretty good. Night Sister Warrior, 2/2. When defeated, draw a card. Kylo Ren. He's a 2/3. With Overwhelm, and when you play an upgrade on this unit, you may use the Force. If you do, draw a card. I didn't really use that, it's just a good 2/3 for 2. Let's get the Force. Gifted Urchin, 1/4. Just, yep, good, another Force unit. Drain Essence, deal 2 damage to a unit, and the Force is with you. The 3 cost now. Jedi in Hiding, 3/3 Hidden. When defeated, you may use the Force. If you do, each opponent discards a card from their hand. That's pretty good. One of the best cards in my deck was Merrin. 2/5. On attack, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, deal 2 damage to a unit. Next is Supremacy Tie. It's a 3/3 Sentinel. Again, didn't really use this one, but I thought it was just a decent kind of blocker for space. Cartel Interceptor. It's a 2/3 with Raid 2. I used this a few times. Decent 4/3 for free. A Purge Trooper. 4/2. When played, you may deal 2 damage to a force unit. So this was pretty good because a lot of the people I was playing was using force units, so I would just play this, give it 2 damage, and then use Talzin's ability to give it another -1/-1. So usually it would either defeat it or get it pretty close to defeating it, so I could like swing in with another unit that I had. Next is Fallen Jedi, it's a 3/4. Next is Axe Wolves, 2/2, shielded. This unit gets +1/+1 for each upgrade on him. I'll get to the combos later, but there was a card that works really well with Axe Wolves. Another Purge Trooper, probably should have just put that next to the first one. 4 drops now. Talzin's Assassin, 4/4. When played, use the Force. If you do, give a unit -3/-3. This was also one of the best cards that I had. Next, Awakened Spectres, 4 cost, 4/5. Just a decent statted 4 cost unit. 4 Shatterpoint. Choose 1, defeat a non-leader unit with 3 or less remaining HP, or use the Force. If you do, defeat a non-leader unit. This was pretty good as well. 5 cost now. It's 2 Old Dakas, which is really good for this deck because I've got a lot of Knight stuff. So I'll just show you what she does. Oh, I'm holding it quite weird. She's a 6/6. When played, you may defeat a friendly Knight unit not named Old Daka. Then you may play that unit from your discard pile for free. So a lot of the time I would use this and then take back the Infused Brawler and then just play him again and then use the Force and then make him a 4/4 again, because by that point he would have attacked a few times. I thought that was pretty good. Thralls of the Coven. I actually didn't see this card at all in my pre-release, like in my games. So it's a 3/7 with raid 3. It's pretty decent statted unit. 6 costs now, Savage Opress. A 9/6 Overwhelm. When played / when defeated, you may use the Force. If you don't, deal 9 damage to your base. So you really want to have the Force with this guy. I think I played him once and he did have, I did have the Force, so that was good. A unit I'm considering to be a 6 because it's double blue is Doom. Is a 2/7. When the regroup phase starts, give a experience token to each other friendly non-vehicle unit. I used this once and it was really, really good because I had a lot of units. And just buffed them all up. And the last card is Priestesses of the Force. 6/8. When played, use the Force, or well, you may use the Force. If you do, give a shield token to each of up to 5 units. I used this once as well, just put that in the middle there. I think it was the same time as Doom, just to kind of buff all the units to make sure they don't die. Yeah, I'm really happy with this deck. I got really lucky with some of the cards, especially all the Knight synergies. I'm going to show all the Knight stuff separately, like after this. Well, I'll probably cut it. But yeah, even some of the events like Shatterpoint and Consumed by the Dark Side. Yeah, let me know what you think about the deck. I'm going to show you the different synergies and combos that were really good in it, and I'll be back right now. So the main synergy in this deck has to be the amount of Knight and Force units that I used. This is just the ones that say Knight on it. So it's 30 cards in your deck and a third of them were all Knights. So this was really good. It was kind of one of the decisions that I made. What's the right one? It's one of the things that made me pick Talzin, basically. When I seen Talzin's Assassin, I seen the 2 Old Dakas and then like Merrin and the Infused Brawler. I was like, right. And I've got Mother Talzin, so I was like, needs to be Mother Talzin that we go for here. It's the fact that they work really well with Talzin, and they're just good units, like the Brawler, Merrin, like Talzin's Assassin, and Old Daka. Just a sits for 5 is pretty good by itself. And then the wee risky one with Savage Press. But yeah, this is the Knight synergy. I'm going to show you some of the combos that I made with some of the cards in this deck that made it really, really stand out. So when I was setting up the next combo, I actually forgot that one of the cards that was in the deck was Constructed Lightsaber. I'd removed it from the deck to kind of put it in the sleeve because it's foil as well. But it's very important for this combo that I'm about to show right now. So I had Merrin on the field. I could probably zoom in a little bit for this. Yeah, I'll zoom into that. I had Merrin on the field, and my opponent was actually going to have Lethal on me, because I think I was on 21 and he had 8 damage from the ground. So I put Constructed Lightsaber on Merrin, and since she's a non-hero and non-villainy unit, she would get Sentinel. So I had her like that, and the damage that was coming in was 8, so he attacked in first, and his unit survived. I think it did, because I was only doing 4 back out. But then I put Sith Holocron on her as well, to make sure she didn't die from, I think it was Obi-Wan and I can't remember the other unit. So this was a really, really strong combo for me. I'll just zoom out a little bit as well. Because it made sure, so she was still readied up as well, so the Holocron, I could have just, like, I think I had like a, let's just say I had Savage. So I attacked in and then done the on attack from the Sith Holocron and gave 2 damage to Savage. So she was swinging in for 5, 7, and then I don't know if I discarded a card, but it was just that big beefy unit that you really want in the pre-releases that are really, really hard to remove. So that's kind of the first combo that I used with some of the cards, and I found it really, really good. But the next one was also pretty good. The next combo that I used was with Axe Wolves and Consumed by the Dark Side. So Axe Wolves has a shield on him. I've got this wee stupid thing here, right, but that's a shield. So it means that he gets a +1/+1. So with this, you would give 2 experience tokens to him, which act as +2s each, because when he gets an experience, that's an upgrade. So it goes +1/+1, and then he gets another +1/+1. So that happens twice. So he's +4/+4. And then you're supposed to deal 2 damage to him, but you just ping the shield off. So you're sitting with a 6/6, which was very, very good. It's even better if the opponent's like attacked into you to get rid of the shield already, and then you just deal 2 damage. I thought that was pretty good. So there we go, guys. That is the deck that I used in my local pre-release. Let me know what you think about it. I would say if there was any changes you could make, but this was probably the best that I could do for the cards that I was given. If there's any card in particular that you think was the best in this deck, or any card that you think I shouldn't have put in the deck, let me know in the comments. Thanks. Bye.